Tonight's episode of The Ship Show is brought to you by
Degenerate Dojo.
Give me some of that bourbon.
But it's my bourbon.
Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out.
Kindness and generosity bring rewards.
An act of force is never welcome.
Celebrate the day.
Ship Show. Hello. Hello.
Are we there?
I think we're there.
Are we here? Are we there?
How about that? We can't get audio out of our headphones for whatever reason.
But does that mean that they can hear us?
Yes, they should be able to hear us. But you know,
if someone's going to tomfoolery us.
Yeah, you know that they'll say,
Nurse Nancy says we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, this is where you place your drink order, but we will not bring it to you.
They want it to be louder. I don't know. Turn up the volume, dang it. You're gonna
pump up the volume. Dance.
Yeah. Audio and video is great, says Pepito. I trust Pepito.
All right.
For sure.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to talk louder into this microphone.
Yes. Just talk it. Yeah, we'll scream all evening.
Wow! I can't drive.
Do I look tan?
Do it.
I can't drive 55.
Wow!
Oh boy, I can't sing tonight. I'm over here messing with the dang audio.
Hey now.
All right, so we'll have sound effects. We just won't hear them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
This bad boy doesn't want to work. I'm going to try one last thing.
Yeah, it's all right. Looks like a karate movie. The lip sync is off.
Oh, great.
What you saying? I can't hear you. Come on now.
That's dumb. That is dumb. I can fix that, though.
Well, you know, we had to come in hot here.
We story. Real funny story. And I'll tell it to you right now. So, my phone took a crap on the trip on the second to last day. And I had to get a new phone. And so this morning I turned on my old phone.
Why did it take a crap? What did you do?
It got wet. It fell in the hot tub. But it's been wet before.
I thought these could do that.
I've done it before. All my footage in Grand Cayman was like that. But I don't know. Is the sync better? I don't know if that helped or not. If it didn't,
Konnichiwa.
That's a big bummer. It's gonna bug me. What's up, Flip Flop Nation? Yeah, I'm out of practice. That's right. So Doodles has been texting me all day.
All day.
And is the sexy music playing? Oh, that's funny. No, it's not. But Doodles has been texting me like, hey, is there going to be a show? I know you got in late. And
what'd you get in last night, like 3 a.m.?
2 a.m. They say sync is better. That's not what I'm looking for. Is the sync good? Is it fixed? Or is it still off?
Were you supposed to get in home about 2?
We were supposed to get in about midnight. We thought we'd be home by midnight. But
shenanigans and weather.
So Doodles was texting me, Earth to Rooster, are we doing a show? And I didn't get it. So then I'm texting Doodles. I'm like, hey, where you at? And he's like, oh, that's why it's not working. Oh, that's hilarious. We'll have audio now.
Well, I was just like, this dude has had a whirlwind of a vacation. He was up late. And I said, I totally understand if we got to punt till the next week.
Yeah.
And when I didn't hear anything, I just assumed that was okay. So I went and I've been tying one on for a while.
Yeah, you've been at the bar.
I've been at the bar for a birthday celebration. And then John must have called me or texted me on your new phone.
Yeah, I did. And then, I called. Well, first I texted several times. And I'm like, oh, crap, where the heck's Doodles? And then finally I called and you called me back and it was like, oh, we're back in.
We would have still been at the bar.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. Well, I'm sorry to mess with your bar time.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy to see everybody. I'm happy to be back in the saddle. I'm happy you enjoyed a what appears to be an awesome vacation.
Oh my gosh, it was 100% amazing.
And what I think is the best part is that We have not talked about any of it together.
No, you and I would normally be chatting it up, but no, you're right. It was.
And I knew. It's like, I knew. My daughter thinks it's funny when I say it like that. It's like I didn't know, but then I knew. I knew that this place was going to be a place that would knock your socks off. Even though I've never been, everything I know about it.
Yeah.
It was going to be amazing.
Listen.
So I'm glad to know, at least on the surface, this is something that you were happy about. And look at that watch. Oh, would you just look at it?
Yeah. Okay. Let me just tell you, you're absolutely right. I had no idea. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to make it controversial if that's what we need to do. But just let me get a bagok and make sure we're good.
I don't hear it.
Do it again.
I hear it now.
Okay. So I'm just going to put it out there. St. John makes St. Thomas look like Nassau. Not kidding. Not joking. Oh, great. The sink is off again.
Wow.
This is unacceptable. No, that's not an Invicta. This is a Swatch.
Oh, is that better than an Invicta?
Yes.
Okay.
See, now it says they feel like they're watching an old kung fu movie. Let's try this then. Let's put it back the way it was. 3 zeros. Okay. Let's see if that fixed the problem.
Zingano!
All right. How about now? Is the freaking sink back on? Oh, I hate that. But St. John was... See, now people are saying the sink's just fine. I probably just messed it all up again.
Yeah, that's all right. I knew that this was going to be a trip that would be off the chains.
Yes.
And I knew that it would be up there with... For me, it was always one of those things. I've been a lot of places in the Caribbean, or Caribbean, as some would say.
That's it.
But
is that a this or that question?
But St. John, I want to go to St. York.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, things don't change in the coop. That's right. Well, okay, Doodles. So I guess we could start from the beginning, but I guess I don't know where to start. I'll just say this.
Well, you went to St. Thomas first.
Right.
And when you didn't tell anybody where you were going. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you were live in St. Thomas. And some people had guessed St. Thomas.
Yeah, somebody did. Yeah.
But you threw people off because here I am in St. Thomas.
Right.
But you dropped the hammer that you are going somewhere else.
Yeah.
So St. Thomas was kind of a lame stopover.
Okay, where we stayed was fantastic, and it was
was it though?
The house was amazing
in St. Thomas.
Yes, for sure. But here's the thing about it: no one could find it, and they kept telling us go to this address. The house didn't have an address; you couldn't find it, and the roads were so bad. This guy was in a minivan driving us. At one point, there was a switchback, and his minivan got stuck on the hump. It was insane. And
is it one of those where like they don't have an address because it's called a house name? Like,
yeah, well, it was like U5, but yes, it did have a house name.
That's lame.
Yeah.
U5. It's not like Rooster Nugget Roost or something. I don't know.
No, it had a name. I forget what ours was called. But anyway, the view was fantastic. It sat up on top of a cliff. I just want to say thank you, Timothy Walters. He said, thanks for taking us along on the vacation. Thank you for the super chat. Much love. Larry Thomas. Hello, John Doodles and the Ship Show fans. Glad you made it back safe and sound and were not assaulted because of your cigar smoke. Yes, that's another story. But the house in St. Thomas was amazing once we finally got there. But the problem was the location of...
How'd you book this place? Why did you pick this place?
Because
I know when
Kelly found that place.
When I'm looking up St. Thomas, and I'm usually I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go to a hotel or resort. But you went. Was this an Airbnb or was this a resort?
It was an Airbnb for sure. It was an Airbnb that
no Yankee, my cranky.
That it was kind of like a big cottage that had like 6 different places in it. So it used to be owned by a family.
Baby, plug me in.
But yes, they split it up into like 6 different places, and it was beautiful view. But the problem was, okay, so you get there, you have to go down 15 flights of steps, and you're carrying 6 bags of luggage, and you're completely exhausted by the time you get down there. We did have we went to, we got there, we got set up, I went live, then we went to a fancy restaurant, and luckily the place provided a cab driver for us. He showed up, picked us up, and he's like, look, to get up to that hill is a pain in the butt where this restaurant is.
Yeah.
He said, so I'll just wait for you. I said, okay, because we had a reservation at this restaurant called Prime, and it's at the very top of the hill.
But you're already, and Paul is it right. We are going to squirrel out, dude. Don't worry about that. But you get into St. Thomas, and it's not like you're going to be hanging out and exploring St. Thomas, right? This is a stopover.
Yes.
You're going to set up shop, you're going to go to dinner, and the next day you're going to St. John.
Yep, that's all it was.
Right.
So in hindsight, I would have just rather stayed, at a hotel or something close to where the ferry was. But luckily, so the cab driver waited for us, and there was all kinds of problems at the meal with the service, and it took us 3 hours. I felt bad.
Felt bad for who?
For the driver, who had to just sit there and wait for us to eat. And we got back to the car, and he says, I said, man, I'm so sorry. He goes, I've just been watching YouTube. I said, oh, speaking of YouTube. But the meal was fantastic. That the view overlooked like all the different islands and stuff you could see, and the food was, it was all dry aged steak, high end type stuff, and we had a good meal. And a bunch of people were like, "Oh my gosh, are you on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And the people were talking and stuff, and we made some friends.
Nice.
But
so you ate at the Carnival MDR? All Adam wants to know.
Yes, no. But listen, no, we did not, Matt. We did not. We didn't leave St. John. But next morning, we go take the ferry, and it was real easy. We had this rental car waiting for us.
Your hotel, yes, you had an experience there, but it was very minimal. It's like, it was a stopover.
Yeah,
right?
It had a nice pool.
Okay.
Nice couple there.
Did you even use the pool?
Yeah, Stella and I went in the pool for a little while.
Okay. But then it was just really a jumping off point to go the next morning to St. John.
Yeah. And I flew the drone there and got some shots.
Okay.
So
right on.
And the next morning we get up, and we drive we take a cab. The same cab driver picked us up, took us to the ferry. We get on the ferry, and the moment that ferry landed, I knew that things had changed. Like, the whole vibe on that island was unbelievably different than everywhere else.
Like that?
Yeah, that we had seen. I'm serious. I had as soon as you step off the ferry was white. That's exactly what it was like. And we said, screw this, let's just eat. So,
does the ferry go into Cruz Bay? Is that where
yep, drops you right off in Cruz Bay. And our rental car place was up the street, but there again, here we are with all our freaking luggage walking down brick roads trying to get it to where we're going.
Does Sammy still have his eyes at this point?
No. He lost his eyes when we landed. They were gone.
Thank God.
So
he's blind.
But you hate Sammy. But so we dropped our bags off in the rental car, right, which was around the corner, and then we said we'll go eat. And there's all these bars right on this beautiful beach right there in Cruz Bay. And you just eat, there's 6 or 7 of them, but we went to the first one we saw. The drinks, fantastic. Nice beach food,
Yeah.
I ordered a tuna sandwich thinking it was like tuna salad.
Yeah.
And it was seared ahi. It was fantastic.
It was good stuff.
It had
Screw Sammy. Stop, you guys.
It had wasabi infused seaweed on it, and it was so amazing. It like that was one of the best sandwiches I had during that.
Let me
trip.
ask you this. So you step off and you already said that this is going to be an amazing place. You could already tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not going to drive a knife into somebody and bag on them for locals trying to make a living.
Yeah.
But was it like people trying to sell you stuff constantly or no?
No.
Wasn't like that at all?
Not even
St. Thomas?
St. Thomas, nobody bothered us.
No. St. John, not at all, huh?
It's cruising on the high seas. I did in the Facebook group based on your question. I posted it in the Facebook group. Larry Thomas, Christopher Brown sent another super chat. Or no, this was Christopher Brown this time. He says, this is to replace Sammy's eyes. He's got an appointment for some LASIK. We'll get him straightened out. But no one bothered us at all. We did have a very bad experience with a cab driver on the way back to the airport, which I'll get to.
In St. Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrible experience. But no one bothered us one time. And everyone who was there, for the most part, was very friendly and nice. A lot of young kids working out there that just decided to, start a life out in St. Thomas as young kids. And I thought, man, I wish I would have discovered this kind of thing when I was younger.
Instead of the military?
Well, yeah. I mean, these kids,
Mombasa, St. John?
Right. Exactly. There's a big difference there. But and we stayed in Cruz Bay for 3 days from that point on, and we stayed at a place called Coconut Cove Villas. And I posted the pictures and stuff. It was right on the water.
We got a quick question. Kyle and Emily, the Pidles, would it be worth taking the ferry to St. John for the day when on a cruise to St. Thomas? Megan's Bay versus Trunk Bay. So
okay,
I can only say, have you been to Megan's Bay too?
Yes.
So then you answer first. I've only been to Megan's Bay.
I saw Megan's Bay. We didn't go. The plan was to go, but when we saw how difficult it was to get from our place down into Megan's Bay, we said, forget that. But we saw it.
What I will answer is Megan's Bay is beautiful, but it's also going to be overrun with tourists when you are on St. Thomas from a cruise ship. It is an amazing beach, but if you can run down and do what John did, took the ferry over to St. John, it just seems like you're going to have a much better experience.
Yeah,
you're going to see more beauty with less people.
And less time, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So one thing I would say about St. John is you need time.
But more beauty and less people.
Yeah, there's only 4,000 people who live on the island.
Yeah.
So
think about the people on the ship. There's going to be a much bigger crowd going to Megan's Bay than going to any beach on St. John. And
that's the thing, though, about St. John. And obviously, if you're on a cruise, it's a whole nother ball of wax there. But Trunk Bay is, it's a very beautiful beach. Don't get me wrong. But Maho and
Cruise,
Salt Pond, Hansen, Hawk's Nest, Rendezvous, all those beaches are just way better because there's no waves. Trunk Bay had waves, and they said that's not always the case, but Trunk Bay is still pretty. We got footage there for sure.
Did you see any of the other, I know there's only a couple big resorts in St. John. Did you see any of those, like the Westin?
Yeah,
the Ritz.
I saw the Westin because one of our excursions left out of there, and it's a whole beautiful compound.
Yeah.
But that Westin per night cost the same price as what
Airbnb.
That Airbnb on top of the hill cost. And I'll tell you what, that was...
But aren't there
I just sent Sharon at Sea a message.
When you guys were looking at places to stay, aren't there a ton of eco kind of places to stay on St. John where it doesn't break the bank,
right?
But you're going to be sleeping in a screened-in kind of tent or something.
There's a lot
but you might be down by the ocean too.
Yeah, there's a lot of affordable places and there's a lot of expensive places. the place we stayed, the Coconut Cove, that was awesome. I mean, it was nice. If I wouldn't have seen the house we stayed at the last 3 days, I would have said, holy mackerel, that was amazing, right? And it was. What's funny is we went to the grocery store as soon as we got to the island, and we were shopping, and it's expensive. Everything's expensive out there. But we were shopping, and I went to the meat department and the seafood department, and they had those Caribbean lobsters.
Yeah.
And I freaking bought one. It was like this big. And
you didn't buy it dockside. You bought it at the store.
Yeah, I bought it at the store. Yeah.
All right.
Because we said, we'll cook dinner tonight, right? So,
but that's not what Kelly was envisioning.
Well, so we picked up food for Kelly and Stella, but I held up the lobster to get my picture with it. And is there a poll yet on when the vlogs will be out? Paul Addis said a press release was sent out to give the rooster and family their privacy. That could be it. That's why they didn't ask us. But so I lifted this thing up, and Kelly saw its little thing is going like this.
Yeah.
And she was...
Hell no.
She was mad. She was plotting taking that thing down to the water and letting it loose. And at one point, I'm like, this would be pretty cool for the vlog.
Yeah.
Just to let him go. But I thought, we could get in deep trouble for this.
Well, you sent me the picture of it, and even when you were holding it up, I couldn't tell. There were so many tentacles and arms and legs. I thought it was a crab.
Well, thanks to you, I knew how to cook the dang thing. And I cooked it, and it was delicious, but I got a lot of silent treatment from Kelly and Stella.
They didn't eat it?
Oh, no.
They didn't eat any of it?
They were so truly upset with me for doing that.
But wait, would they eat crab legs if you made them at home?
That's right. They had chicken fingers and fries, and I had that.
No, but if you got crab legs from Costco, would they eat them?
Yes. But it was the fact that I had to, kill it.
Even though I taught you how to humanely kill the
Well, she felt better after I said, Doodles just told me that this is the way you do it, and they don't even feel it. So she's like, okay, well, I don't want to watch, which is a good thing because it took a little bit of work to get it all to fit in the pot, and I'm like, get in there.
Do you have a video of putting it to sleep in the freezer and all that?
So I filmed a whole thing where I put the water on the pan and started boiling and all this stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I didn't want to film that because it was hard for me to fit. The pots weren't very big.
I wanted to see this.
I know. The pots weren't very big. So it was hard for me to get the lobster in there. But man, was it delicious. And the lobster tail was like that big. I mean, it really was.
Well, you said it was a 3 or 4 pound lobster? Something like that. Would it cost you $50 bucks?
$50, yeah.
In the U.S., that would have cost you $100, that 3 pound lobster.
Yeah. Yep. So, but it was good. So, we stayed there for 3 days. And so, the very first day, we were supposed to do, or the very next day, we were supposed to do the excursion with the guy, Mickey from
Jeep Dude.
Yeah, Sunfari, right? And Ocean Surfari, different thing.
Gotcha.
So I get a text and he said, hey, buddy.
Is it Sunfari?
No, but
oh.
Griff Girl says, I would rather just have just the legs. Okay. Well, Mickey texts me and says, hey, bud, I got bad news, but my Jeep went down and I can't drive at my other Jeeps as a tour guide on the national parks because like Fantastic Studio says 60% of the island is national parks. And he's like, I'll get fined out the wazoo if I bring my Jeep. I can't. I said, well, I got a Jeep. Why don't you just use my Jeep?
Look at you. You roll up into St. John. You don't even live there. You got your own Jeep. You got your own house.
Oh, my God.
You got your own stogies. And
let me just tell you this.
Baller.
One of the biggest highlights of that trip was driving that Jeep around. Oh, my God, was that so fun because nobody gives a crap. You just go. And driving on the left-hand side of the road seems weird, but that took 5 minutes for me to get used to.
Well, it's because you had 5 drinks.
Well, Paul says it's not the same watching without Kelly. Did you see Kelly on the last
I did.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I just love the fact that You had a bunch of drinks and then got your rental car.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was so fun. It was so fun. I only had like 2 drinks.
Sure.
But I'm telling you, you just drive, and I was passing locals.
That's fine. That's it. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll get Kelly down here.
No, she has no interest.
Kelly.
Yeah, Mickey is cool, and his wife, absolutely. And Mickey came over. He took the ferry over. We picked him up at the ferry, and I said, "Here, you take it." And he took us on a great tour of places that we wouldn't have known otherwise. And actually, thanks to him, we kind of got the lay of the land, and I was actually familiar with the roads on how to get where we were going. So Mickey kind of set the tone for everything and explained the layout of the place, which was really cool. We went to Trunk Bay for a little bit, hung out, and swam in the water, and then we went to Maho for a little while. Then he took us to a really cool restaurant called Skinny Legs, which we ate at twice. That's over in Cruz Bay, or Coral Bay. We ate there twice. And then he took us, I said, "Man, I really want to fly my drone." He said, "Okay, no problem. We'll go to Hanson Beach." And that's off the national park. Okay. So we did some snorkeling out there. Flew the drone.
What is this kind of tour cost?
Paul's telling you to use the megaphone.
No, what kind of tour like this cost? Like if you had someone taking you on a private Jeep tour.
Well, on St. Thomas, I think it's like $100 per person, and on St. John, I think it's $150
per person for the day.
Yep, and he's got
almost $500 for the day. But you had your own Jeep.
Yep.
Still same price.
Well, that's another story.
Okay. What could
Let me mute.
What could someone expect to pay? Is that about it? What, $150 a person for the day?
Yeah, I think.
Which I think is reasonable.
And because he takes care of you, he knows what he's doing. He tells you the stories along the way. It's like a cruise excursion, except longer. Yeah. So we were hoping to see a pic posted with Kenny Chesney. Kyle and Emily, the timing of that post was amazing because I was just about to get to that. So when we went to Skinny Legs, right? I had all my camera gear and everybody's looking at me. And Mickey comes up. He goes, "Oh, crap, Kenny Chesney's here." And he points at me. He points at me.
Oh, points at you.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, man, can I get your picture?" Right? So, so we got our picture, and then everyone was staring. They thought I was Kenny Chesney, and I don't even look like him. But Lisa...
Did you ask where he lives? Like, did
yeah, and he told me. He told the story. So Kenny, he showed us where he lived, and after the hurricane...
By the way, he's one of mine and Lisa's favorite
Well, you're going to love
country
him.
music singers.
You're going to love him even more when you hear this story.
All right.
When the hurricane hit, he's so ingrained in the local community. He gave the house... He opened the house to some of the locals who didn't have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Opened the house to them and let them live there. And moved out. And then he was having issues with too many people stopping by. But so he did build another house.
It got destroyed, though, didn't it?
Kind of, but not bad.
Okay.
But he built a new house, and no one knows where it is. But Lisa, I got a picture for you. I just didn't post it. I got you a video because Lisa said go find it. But yeah, so Mickey did all that, and great day we had. So,
Mickey. Every time I hear the name Mickey, I think of. If you ever watch Shameless, you watch Shameless?
Mm-hmm.
Is Mickey like that Mickey?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he knows what he's all over it.
All right.
All right. And he explains everything in a really good way. And
is he local? Is he from?
He lives in St. Thomas.
But is he from that area or no?
He's from California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing local and give you that jam.
Yeah. So Mickey crushed it with that tour.
So
and
what'd you bring me?
We got him back. Oh, I did. I got you something. All right. That's for you.
You really did get me something?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even get that. I was just joking.
No, that was for you, buddy.
And What is this kind of like?
That was like the
Packaging.
protective case for it.
All right. You got me something.
I did.
St. John Brewery's Virgin Islands. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And while I was giving you that gift, I fixed the sink issue. How about that?
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So now can I have your limeout hat?
No.
Because I like that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so limeout was another highlight. Paul was right. We're going to squirrel a little bit, but Limeout Bar is a floating taco bar, and it's on
The
Coral
hat
Bay.
was awesome.
Yeah. Well, so
Like,
that's the
I
thing.
want the hat more than I want to go to the bar.
Okay, but the reason I bought the hat was because when we went, you had to. We were on this. I did not steal the glass, Deckers. I did not steal that glass.
Beer selfie. Beer selfie.
But we took like a big catamaran where you know how there's the two like pontoons on the catamaran or whatever you call them? This big ladder drops down.
Right.
And there's slides on the back that you can slide off of to get into the water.
Okay.
You had to swim to the lime bar, but when you get there, there's lily pads floating around where you can just sit, right?
But not real lily.
No, they're like
foam.
Floating ones,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And yes, I do have sticky fingers cruising for food, but no, I did not. So you get up there, and I'm thinking there are so many people here. The service is going to be ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's all these wooden chairs around where you sit in the water and you can hang out and drink and eat and stuff. And there's like 10 different girls working there. And they're all out on the deck of this. It's not a boat. It's really like a barge, but they're all over it. Like boom, 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 selling merch.
Emma 1, Emma 2,
Yeah.
Emma 3, Emma 4.
And not only that, but when you order a drink, it comes at you in a, what do you call that? Like, those
Glass?
drinks that everyone uses that, you know.
Like Yetis?
Yes, Yeti cup. But you pay a $60 deposit on that cup, so you make sure to give it back. But every drink comes out in that.
Did you steal one?
No, because they were all just silver. There was nothing on them.
Yeah, but you stole ones from Tom's Urban. That's where Kevin's asking.
Yeah, but it didn't have
How
the
do I
logo.
get the Tom's Urban glass?
Listen, you
just
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
You just gotta shove it down your shorts, bro.
But Limeout was another one of. If you go to St. John, Limeout Bar is a must.
So I have to admit that
do.
when I saw the hat, I was like, okay, I need to know what that is because the hat was awesome.
I only bought the hat because my hair was such a hot mess.
Right, but I liked the hat, just the color, the design. So
Yeah.
I had to look up what that was, and I saw the bar where you went.
Yeah.
And then they also own a restaurant in St. John.
Yes.
The Lime Inn.
That's in Cruise Bay.
Did you go to that too?
No, couldn't get a reservation.
I think that's
we tried.
like the. I think they're all like Americans that own those things. Like it's a big like party family that owns these places.
Yeah, yeah. So Limeout was fantastic. Guys, there's so much to say, and to try and squeeze it all into one live show is difficult. And especially for someone like me who's so freaking excited to talk about it. Like,
You can't wait to show them the video. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. And people are joking, but I do feel like I got some good vlogs out of the deal.
Is it on a memory card, like safe?
Yeah, everything's safe, except for the one night we went to dinner that I was recording on my phone.
Promise?
Yeah, it's all there.
Promise?
I promise. And
you
we're
sure?
good. I double checked.
Wait,
I
are you
logged it.
sure?
Yes.
It's saved?
Yeah.
You've checked.
Yeah. It's gonna be good
You
stuff.
heard it here.
Yeah, except for the one night. But I think I've got that problem licked too. But when we went to Limeout, it was on an excursion where we took the catamaran to Rendezvous Bay to snorkel, which was really cool. There was no beach, just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
Got cut in the leg by a piece of coral.
Is that where you're swimming with turtles?
No, that was Maho. And we went to Maho twice, and I swam with turtles at 4 different beaches. So I'll tell you, I saw turtles at Maho, saw a bunch of turtles and squid, and what else? Yes, there's sound, Paul. And yeah, I see people laughing.
Yeah.
We saw the Salt Pond Beach was freaking dope. I mean,
why is it called Salt Pond Beach?
I don't know, but it's a national park, and you have to hike down like
Is there a bar down there?
No, it's one of those protected places where you have to there's no trash cans. You bring your own.
You can bring your own drinks though.
Yeah, people were bringing coolers and stuff, but fire coral will be this week's cruise creature in honor of your wounds. Yes, I did get stung by a fire coral at Salt Pond, right in the arm, and it burnt like the Dickens.
You know what? So you've continued the trend because last time I vacationed with you in Roatan, you stepped on a sea urchin.
And that's the thing. Where I was swimming, I was taking my GoPro through like all these little caverns and stuff.
Yeah.
And and the current would kind of take you, and you had to be careful. And I got into a tight spot, and it just kind of pushed me up against the wall, and I knew instantly. I can feel it still in my arm, the pain.
So honestly, the last cruise that we went on together on Harmony of the Seas, and we went to amazing places like Roatan. We went to Cozumel. Gosh, I don't even remember where the hell else we went, but we snorkeled everywhere we could.
Yeah.
This, where you snorkeled, right?
Yes.
Was a million times better than anything we saw.
Absolutely. Any place I've seen.
I knew it.
Fantastic Studios says nematosis.
I knew it.
Nematosis burn. Yeah, well, it burned. No, and thanks to Matt, I knew not to pee on it. Because Matt said it wouldn't help.
Well, it's not a jellyfish.
Right, but it's like one. Speaking of the Dickens, did someone pee on it for you, says Kevin Brubaker. Well played.
But I'd still do it for you, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like, Doodles, pee on me now. So just think, you would not have had this adventure if cruising was back right now. Yes. No, you're absolutely right,
That
Angie.
is an excellent point.
Yeah.
Because this makes me think of almost, and this is so sacrilegious to this community, but almost not cruising for my next vacation to the Caribbean because, well, except for our group cruise to Bermuda.
Yeah, right.
In October. But I would love to spend a week on St. John.
I recommend that everybody spends a week on St. John.
Or the BVIs, like both.
Yeah.
Like,
If things would have been different, we might have done like a BVI tour during that trip. But honestly, I have no regrets about going.
Jerry says so. No more cruising for you. I doubt that.
No, I got one in 2 months. I keep my vinegar in a bag. Yeah, vinegar would have helped. That's what he said.
You've got several in the next year.
Yeah,
but to space it out, where you find a place that you don't necessarily. Cruise ships don't necessarily stop there at St. John. So it's one of those places that if you stumble upon it, you always want to think about spending a little bit more time there. Like Grand Cayman.
Yeah.
We did that. We went and spent 6 days there, had a blast. That's the same kind of deal.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I want to answer Deb's question, Deb Mosier. She says, was the coral colorful and not washed out looking? Absolutely. There was tons of beautiful different corals. Corals that I haven't seen snorkeling before, like the fan coral. That watch is throwing you off.
It is.
The fan coral. I was going to say no regrets. Ragrets. Flamingo Pam.
Let me see this thing.
But
I actually like it.
There was tons of cool coral. And I had to ask Matt from Fantastic Studios, did I really just see squid? And what's funny is he said, yeah, there are.
Actually,
I don't know if I got them on film or not, but I saw a picture today that someone posted in my St. John group that I'm in now, and they posted pictures of those same squid at the same beach that I saw them. So I know for a fact what I saw was squid. But we got a super chat from Always Be Booked, Tony Casabona. Tony.
We
did not see Kenny Chesney, but at one point everyone thought I was Kenny Chesney thanks to the tour director that we had. Okay, now's a good time, just like last week when I said Boy, that's a great segue when York fell down.
Yeah.
Or sorry, when the monitor fell down.
This is a great segue into...
I did not get any tattoos. Be careful getting a ferry to the BVI. There's immigration and could take some time. Yeah, speaking of immigration, we had to go through immigration coming back.
Why?
I don't know, and we'll get to that. I promise. I don't want to. Yeah, it was.
I mean, I understand it through the BVI.
Mess. It was a mess.
They're pretty protective in the BVI.
Not immigration, customs.
I get it, but so was customs just? So it wasn't necessarily them checking to see if you're a citizen. It was more of what you contraband.
Yeah, tobacco, food.
Well, they knew you. They took one look at you and they were like, "Oh, buddy."
I didn't have anything. However, the way you go through the airport, they don't take your bags when you check in. So you know how you go to the gate and they weigh your bags and do all that crap and give you your boarding passes? You take your bags from there and you run them through the security machine. Then you take your bags and run them through.
Wait, after the security, you take them, you still have them?
Yes. So first you take your bags through customs. You go through customs. They ask you all the questions. Then you take your bags to the security, and then you run your bags through the x-rays. Then you take your bags to the bag loading area and load them onto a machine that takes your check bags away. Then you go through security. And when I went through security, this was on our way home, they found something in my bag and they opened it up. It was my bag of rice that had my cell phone in it that was wet.
Oh.
And they're like, "What is this?" But you know, hey, props to them for doing their freaking job. That's what they're paid to do, and they found it, and I can respect that. Yeah. So here's a good time for a little segue. I put together a little video of something that I think is pretty funny.
What? You actually had time to do that?
Well, I just think that some of y'all will appreciate it. It was inspired by Tony from La Lita Loca, if I'm being totally honest. But let's what's he saying? The first X-ray is agricultural. Then they take them. Okay. But here's a little video I put together. I hope you like it. It's kind of funny. I like to call it Farm Follies.
Wait, Farm Follies? Like
yes.
Like that?
Except there were no cows. Everything else. There were chickens. I mean, I was always into the chickens. When I get excited, I gawk. Yes. Okay, here you go. You guys want to see the Farm Follies? Boop.
Hi there, folks. It's the Rooster coming at you live and direct from a farm on St. John, and I'm about to ask all the hard-hitting questions. So, let's find out one thing. Excuse me, sir. Was Mr. Ed as famous as everyone said he was? Did you ever talk to him? He seemed like a chatty Cathy. You guys are kind of quiet. I like that. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you a question? Is it Coco K or Coco Key? Do you know that? Hey guys, just a quick question. What are your thoughts on how loud the chickens are all the time? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Excuse me, sir. Just a quick question. No, not working for you. Excuse me, sir. Just a quick question. Is it Coco K or Coco Key? No? Boy, the horses here are really quiet. What's your favorite beach here on St. John? Do you guys have a preference? You gonna say something? Oh, you want to whisper it? Oh, okay. Maho Beach. Okay, we liked it too. You can trust a horse here. You looking at me, Holmes?
Oh, that
Rowdy's getting ready to get rowdy. Look, he's like,
yeah, you want to be me?
I use Crest.
I can't let him off that face until he's going. Yeah.
A proper dental hygiene regimen is important if you're a goat. Excuse me, I know that you're much smaller than those horses over there. Do you have a complex? Is that why you're just keeping here by yourself, or what's the deal? Listen, in my eyes, you're big, just like them. We love you. Huh? What? No, I disagree. It was him over there. It wasn't me. Okay, you can keep saying that all you want, but I'm telling you, it was that guy. I didn't do it. Listen to the rooster. See, he agrees with me. That's what I thought. What? Listen, you zip it over there. I've had enough of your lip. I'm telling you, it was not me. It was him. That's it. I'm sicking the rooster on you. Hey, dude, get him. No, not gonna do it. Okay, fine. Whatever. Keep talking smack. Go ahead. Just kidding, buddy. Come here, you cute little goaty. Hey guys, I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. How come you don't answer the phone when I call? Oh, now you want to leave, huh? Okay, fine. Whatever. Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? Does it bother you when people are always calling you a cock? How you doing there, buddy? Did you get in on the GameStop action that was going on? Oh. Okay. Well, that answers that question. Hey, what's your portfolio looking like these days? Are you looking ready to retire? You're already in the perfect location. You seem like someone who could answer this question for me, sir. Which came first? Can I ask you a question? Did you ever used to watch Alice? Remember when she used to say, "When donkeys fly"? Have you ever flown anywhere? No? Okay. Just wondering. I was wondering if you could clear something up for me really quick. Can donkeys fly? One last question for you. I know I already asked you a couple, but why don't you just say he instead of hee-haw? Like, it seems like you're expending way too much energy to do all that. Hey, donkey, I have a question. Are we there yet? It was funny, wasn't it? I thought it was funny too. You're the only one laughing though. Hey, just curious, was Shrek as cool as he seemed in the movies, or is he kind of a stuck-up movie star type? Who are you looking for? Meg? Who? I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. I don't know why you keep asking. Excuse me, ma'am, where is your husband? You shouldn't be raising that chicken alone. This guy right here has been trying to pick a fight all day. But I think he recognizes that you don't mess with the rooster, because he's been pretty nice to me. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah, you're a good goaty goat. The rooster's not afraid of you, so you know it. The beauty of a chicken. How you doing? That's right, I know. You're a tropical chicken. Oh, goodbye. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta tell you, that is one of the best vlogs I've seen.
Okay, so let me be honest.
I gotta say that was awesomely entertaining.
So can I just say, we went to this excursion. Kelly found it on the last day, right? And I don't know how to say it.
What was it called?
I don't freaking know. It was a donkey experience. And in the vlogs, I'll highlight it. I don't know. This lady, this poor lady, people are saying that was fun. They're laughing.
It was fun. But is it really called the donkey experience?
Well, I don't know what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Kelly found it.
How do I Google this?
It's called the something corral. Where's the megaphone?
Donkeys in St. John.
Well, hand me the megaphone right there.
Well, you need to ask Kelly a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make us cry. So this poor lady, and I talked about it in the live stream on the last night. She just wants to get out. She's actually from the same town that we're from in Ohio.
No, she's not from.
Yeah, she is.
The owner of the place?
Yeah. And when we mentioned it, she started crying, like, because
Really?
she wants to go back, but she's like, I can't leave because no one will take care of these animals, and it's so hard.
Do you
here.
want to trade places with her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Because she rescues all these animals because no one else will. Like, she's completely
Okay.
devoted.
So
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me, upstairs, could you please send me a text? What was the name of the corral where we saw the donkeys? Over. But the poor lady, you know, she was doing her best, but I'm not
She's
gonna lie.
really from Worcester,
Yeah,
Ohio.
well, yeah, the Apple Creek or whatever, right next door. I mean, she's
where
from
my
Wayne
friend
County.
moved to. Yeah, yeah. No
So
kidding.
Stella's gonna come down. I hear her little feet, but she's just doing what she can. But we get there. What? What's it called? She's just screaming. Okay, but
It's called A.
but so we're walking around and she's telling Kelly all these stories, and I'm like, I gotta do a vlog here. You know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I was reminded of Tony when he said he wanted to do like a man on the street type of thing in Coco Cay,
Yeah.
and asking if it's Coco Cay or Coco Key. I just started asking all the animals questions. What? She's just mad. But I need a drink. I'll be right back. Tess, I'm on. That's not a megaphone. That's a Kelly phone. That's right. But that was a pretty fun.
No, that video was
fun.
hilarious, and God, you think people would want to trade spots with her?
Well, so that's the thing, though. She lives on this farm with all those animals, and her house, I'm telling you, Doodles, is no bigger than this studio. And she's barely is getting by. Okay. So we gave her a very nice donation, and we have
That's
been
nice.
to Cruising on the High Seas. We've been to 2. We've been to Aruba or 2 in Curacao. We haven't been to Bonaire yet. Oh, Griffin and Alyssa are here. They just missed the freaking video. Oh, that bums me out. But I'll send it to them.
You can rewind.
Yeah, you need to rewind about 7 minutes, Griff. Trust me, you won't.
It says that there's estimated to be 300 donkeys on St. John.
Yeah, and
Lucky
yeah,
3 Ranch?
No,
No?
it's something corral. But she
Carolina Corral.
yes, that's it, the Carolina Corral.
She's got stars.
Yeah, and it was fun because, I mean, at first we were just walking around and the animals were kind of being...
Dana.
Yeah, they were being kind of uncooperative and loud and all up in our space. But then we did like a donkey obstacle course where the 3 of us took the donkeys, led a donkey around. Then we did the waving in and out of the cones. And then we did a donkey sack race.
So can you explain why?
I won all 3 events. Thank you.
Is that why you have blue ribbons?
Yes. I am the Donkey King of St. John. It's proven, and I've got the awards to prove it. So it turned out to be fun. At first, it was a little sad, but she made it fun. And, you know, and if you go there and you got kids, I think the kids will really like it.
Yeah, I bet.
So
I bet. That looked funny. I got to tell you, that video, primo video to come back to and release.
should I make
as
it a
the
separate
premiere.
Should I make it its own video?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I think so. Donkeys of St. John. How many? I mean,
Okay, so here's another funny donkey story, right? So we went to this restaurant called Rum Lines, which was on Coral
Okay.
Bay, and it was a kind of a fancy restaurant in a little spot, really cool kind of premise that just farm to table kind of stuff. And when we come out of there, I had pad thai, and the chef was trained in Thailand, right?
Yep.
It was fantastic. Oh my god, it was fantastic. And-
oh,
Ow. But maybe we can get some donkeys involved in Bermuda. A donkey obstacle course. Yes, we will. I will post a link for some donations there. She could definitely use them.
that would be kind of a fun little, raising funds.
Yeah, I can tell
type
you
deal.
this. And as proud as we were for the St. Jude thing, I could tell you this. This lady could really use
some help.
because she's feeding all these animals that come through. It's not the free ones that she's taking care of. She's taking care of, like, there was one donkey who had both its ankles broken. There was and she knew every single date that she got a certain animal and why she got it, and just the lady works her butt off.
Dana.
She said it's just very, very hard, and but she's the one doing it. But we come out of this restaurant, right? And this donkey sees that we have food, and he comes up to us, right up to us in our car. I'm like, oh, he wants some food. So naturally, I reached in and I gave him a fish stick. And then Kelly's like, you realize that donkeys are vegetarian. Listen.
Wait, how does she know that?
I don't know, but the donkey ate the fish stick, okay?
Donkeys eat like metal cans and stuff and
That's
tin
goats.
and garbage.
That's goats.
No. Why? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. We have an expert in the room, Fantastic Cruising. He could tell me, but so we did get a super chat. I need to get back to that. I'm sorry. It came right when the. Oh no, where'd it go?
My cat ate a carrot tonight, and that was beyond mind blowing.
We got a super chat though. Where did it go?
Oh no.
It was there.
What do we get for $10?
I could have sworn I saw a super chat for like
I don't
$24 from someone right when
Oh no,
video-
that was. I saw that. Go back.
It's not playing, or it's not
I
showing
saw
it.
that because it's way back. Way back. There we
it is,
go.
Kimbo.
Kimbo.
Kimbo's Cruising. Thanks for sharing your vacation with us, Bagok. Kimbo's Cruising.
Thank you so much. And you know what?
Super awesome comment.
So I didn't hear from you for like the first couple days while I watched you
Thank you
doing
for the
your
super
live
chat,
stuff.
sir.
But
Much appreciated.
I thought that you're well, it might be a female.
Oh. I'm thinking Kimbo Slice. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat.
With Kimbo Slice, the MMA fighter.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm so sorry about that.
But I didn't talk to you for like the first 3 days of your trip. I saw you go live and whatnot, and then you texted me out of the blue and you go, man, there's so many chickens here.
Mm-hmm. May 23rd, Donkey-a-thon. Donkeys drink beers in Mexico.
Cool.
Equine or vegetarian, everybody knows that. But hey, donkeys are too dumb to know better. Listen, the Spikers goats will eat anything. They don't care. But
do you remember the song Donkey Butt?
no.
Okay. I'm going to have to play it for you guys on the next Fireside Sessions.
Tom Beetle Bailey's here, and he says, did you see the donkeys with the ankle? Yes, we did. Yep. And speaking of Tom, he sent me some of his artwork, and I scattered some of his rocks, his painted rocks throughout the island. So that was
nice.
That was kind of cool. So there's people, wherever they go to stay at that villa we were at, they'll see his rocks because I put them in there for them to see, and I put them on several beaches.
Yes,
So,
Tess, Donkey Butt was the song that
Tom Beetle Bailey says
my
donkeys
baseball
do more
team in
than
high
they
school,
care.
we would run out to the field to Donkey Butt.
I think I got to hear this song.
Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I ain't too proud to beg.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Please.
That reminds me of
Please.
That reminds me of that. Let me take your ass on a weenie ride.
Spikers were just singing it.
Oh.
Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I ain't too proud to beg.
Thank you for tossing my rocks, John. You know what I mean. Yes. But, all right. I wanted to share that video before it got too late because you know how people
That
get
was
tired
an
and
awesome
stuff.
video, dude.
Maybe
Good
I will
job.
just release it as its own video. But I don't know if I'll do it as the first one. Like, maybe I'll keep it for, like, when I'm running behind.
I doubt that there's a video out there titled St. John's Donkey Butt.
St. John's Farm Follies.
I think we've covered all the bases.
Well, actually, I do want to talk about some stuff. So, in Cruz Bay, we ate at a place called 1864. 1864 restaurant is an upscale kind of seafood American fare place. Amazing. I had oysters there, several different kinds. I can't remember.
Were they Caribbean oyster, or were they even
No, they were
shipping
flown
from
in.
East
They're
Coast?
flown in every 2 days.
From East Coast?
Yep.
So they weren't even doing Caribbean. Okay. All
Thanks
right.
for the Steel Panthers phrase. Saw them in Grand Rapids before COVID, says Philip. Where's Philip Landon living?
You living in Grand Rapids? We're West Michigan, y'all.
What month in 2023 will these vlogs be released? TX Pepito, I'm telling you, I'm jumping on this stuff starting tomorrow, and I want to have something out by Friday. That's my plan. If not, by the end of the weekend. I'm going to try and stay on this series because I really think I got some good footage, and I you know, for you nerds out there, and if Griff's still here, I don't know if he's still here. I shot the whole thing. Not that it matters to anyone here.
In 60 frames per second.
No, I shot the whole thing in manual. I shot the whole thing.
60 frames per second manual.
I didn't shoot anything in auto. I shot the whole stinking vlog in manual. Whether or not that worked out for me,
The whole
remains to
stinking
be seen.
vlog.
That's just a little nerdgasm for y'all. I saw a comment from Sharon at Sea Travel, and I'll just get to it now because I do want to cover a few other things here. First of all, 1864 restaurant. You guys go to St. John. You need to eat there. It's in Mongoose Junction, right there on Cruise Bay. Beautiful little shops and stuff all around.
Philip went to my alma mater. I'm from Metro Detroit also, and went to Western Michigan University. I also did like 7 years.
Nice. You all need to go
Yes.
to St. John, go to Cruise Bay, go to Mongoose Junction, go to 1864, right? That's another restaurant.
All right.
marked off.
I like it.
Beach bar marked off. Okay. No Zoom meeting. Announcement. Don't you have an announcement sound or something? We're talking about the no Zoom meeting. We're gonna pick the names and release them right now.
I don't really have any good stuff for that.
What about wah, wah?
How about
Howdy, partner.
All right, howdy, partner. This month's No Zoom meeting participants, which will be happening this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
and I won't be there because I'll be at a wedding, and I'm never there anyway.
Right. Jason Stepien. Number 1.
Jason Stepien?
Yep. That's right. I have visited both Metro Detroit and Western Michigan. Nice. That's my cousin, Angie. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Griff Girl 8. Okay. Participant number 2 in the No Zoom meeting, none other than our friend, Amy Elke. The
Howdy,
O is
ma'am.
silent.
Howdy, ma'am.
Well done.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have Joseph Randall. Well, I'll be a suck egg mule. Lindy Lou says, don't pick me. So there we go. Those were our random winners this month. 8 o'clock Saturday. If you can't make it, I'm going to reach out to you tomorrow. If you can't make it, let me know.
And I can't make it
we'll go from
anyway.
there. All right. So let me get back to it. I want to try and...
Paul Adda, you smart aleck comments about Detroit.
I didn't know Detroit had schools. Oh, man. I don't want to get too squirrely here. I just can't say enough. So
It's too late.
another day, we went
No
on the
fromage
excursion.
for you. No fromage for you.
He was already on the Zoom call, so he can't come back again. So the other excursion we did was with a company called I'm not even gonna try.
Suck egg mule.
But we had to go to the Westin Resort to meet them. They took us on this beautiful catamaran. The crew was amazing. Bunch of young kids just taking care of us. Open bar.
Was this a snorkel deal?
Yep. Went to 2 snorkel spots and that limeout bar. Just amazing. Amazing excursion. And I'll do the vlogs and I'll put that stuff out there. I'll put links in this video where you can do any of these things. I just can't get enough St.
What
John.
does this mean?
Salty mongoose. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So
I need to know about that.
we went to Rendezvous Bay on that excursion, and the other place we went to was an old Nassau testing grounds where they dropped like a pod underwater for like months and dropped aquanauts down there to test
NASA
the
like
effects.
space, not
Yeah.
NASA like Bahamas.
No, space.
Okay.
They dropped aquanauts down there to test the effects of pressurization on people for
Yeah.
long periods of time. And
The bends.
we snorkeled on that bay, and that's where I got my first injury. But that's where I cut my ankle. That's still infected, and I got a splinter of some kind of coral in my finger.
You got a sliver?
Yes. There's an announcement about it on the Facebook page, Tom. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're in the Facebook group, it's the first announcement when you get in there. If you want to join it, then you join it. Okay, so I talked about Hansen. That's a beautiful, beautiful beach where we saw turtles. I'm all set. Maho Beach, turtles. Turtles, turtles, turtles. Salt Pond, you got to hike there to get there. But turtles, squid, giant fish, all kinds of schools of different fish. The most wildlife I saw was at Salt Pond, without a doubt. And it was just so pretty with all the rocks and stuff. You could always find the turtles because they'd be swimming in the seagrass. And I got so many good shots of turtles. I got turtles breaching to breathe. I got turtles swimming around. I
like turtles.
got lots of turtles. I didn't know that turtles had fish taking care of them, like symbiotically.
Well, like biting stuff on them.
Yeah, but they hook to them like they're sucker fish. Matt Allen, I don't know if he's still here, but he could tell you. Are you even insurable at this point? No, I'm not, Paul. You know me. And then the other beach we went to was Hawk's Nest, and that's where Stella did a
mermaid shoot.
A mermaid shoot, which was a lot of fun. The lady that ran that thing bedazzled her whole face, and Stella loved it.
So the pictures that I saw were your pictures,
Yes,
not hers.
correct.
Okay,
But she took pictures that are good. I took pictures. I took pictures that are even better that I just haven't messed with yet. Those
Gotcha.
were foam pictures.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
But I took
Yeah.
like actual photos, like with the good lens and stuff.
Did she try swimming with the tail on?
Oh yeah, she did. She did it all.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the guy who sat behind you on the flight? Did you see that picture? When I saw that picture, I immediately turned around to that guy and started laughing like, well played. But he was completely oblivious.
He had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, that wasn't on purpose. I mean, it looked like he did it on purpose. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, you should be, because that's where
you didn't see him the rest of the trip.
No, because he was. I don't know where. I think he was going to just St. Thomas, but I can't stress to you enough. If you're here watching the live stream, you should join the Facebook group, because I was able to document the cruise, see, the whole trip in the group, and it was a lot of fun. I went live a couple times. The last night I went live when I was quite tipsy
And
smoked a cigar and got ashes all inside the hot tub and left a mess.
if you didn't know, we really have an affinity for farm animals. This is a regular. No, it's not regularly.
I have a foot fetish. I know I brought it on myself.
It's not a regular
Actually, I
occurrence,
find
but when it shows up, oh, look out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that guy was scared. It looked like that was like the first post of the whole trip.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. So then
That could be a shirt.
another night. Okay, let me be honest about one thing here. It is very hard to find parking in St. John. It's just difficult. There's places you can pay to park, and that was the only option that worked for us for the whole trip. Was paying
Wait, every
to
time
park.
you went to like a restaurant or anywhere to
Well, yeah,
park,
like-
you had to pay?
But, well,
Like valet or no?
no, but the restaurants in Cruz Bay where the 3 nights where we ate, that's where it's hard to park, is in Cruz Bay, not St. John, not Coral Bay, Cruz Bay.
There's no
It's like a
Ubers,
town,
though, right?
No,
taxis?
there may be taxis. There may be, there's taxis,
Okay.
but yeah, there's taxis. But in Cruz Bay, it's very, 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 very difficult to park. And not only that, but it's also hard to get dinner reservations. They said that the place is so busy ever since the restrictions were lifted that it's just almost impossible to get a reservation. I made a couple of them way in advance.
Online, or
Yeah.
you had to call?
No, I had to call. But then one night we thought we were going to go to a place called Extra Virgin, which is supposed to be a fantastic place. But we couldn't get a reservation, and we tried 2 other places and couldn't get in. And we ended up just walking upstairs to this place called La Roma at the suggestion of Stella's kindergarten teacher, who we ran into at Skinny Legs Bar on the 3rd day. She said La Roma is really good, so we walked upstairs, and it was like a little Italian place, real small,
nice.
like 8 tables inside. The bartenders and the servers were freaking amazing. I can't wait to show that in the vlog because they were funny and awesome. La Roma, great place. I had a seafood pasta.
Yeah, I was gonna say 99% some kind of seafood something.
Yeah, it was good. It was fantastic. Then I talked about rum lines. I talked about Skinny Legs. So the only other restaurant that's of note that we went to, besides the beach bars for breakfast, which were good on Cruise Bay, we went to a place called the Salty Mongoose in Coral Bay. And as you're driving by, it seems almost like, how do I describe it? It seems like a dump. Like it's just kind of like.
But those are usually the best places.
It's a pizza place that is all fresh ingredients, all like young guys working there playing Slightly Stupid, Sublime, all the great
California white boy reggae.
Yes,
Oh,
just
I love that
all the
stuff.
good music.
All right.
And but great pizza, and the guy was like spinning the dough and throwing it around.
Nice.
This Italian guy from
Dude, what a
Sicily.
life. Like
Yeah.
when you're a young single dude to be spinning pizza
Yeah.
in St. John.
Yeah, and so we ordered a pizza because we were hungry before we went on that donkey trip, and I got like some kind
That
of
sounds so funny.
well, we were hungry and it was hard
Before
to
that
get up
donkey
the mountain.
trip.
But we stayed at these up on top of that mountain, and it wasn't worth it to drive up the hill to go eat. So
Yeah.
we went to this place, and we were completely surprised. I ended up having a great conversation with the staff. This Italian guy comes by with this dessert called lobster tails, and it looks like a lobster tail,
You like fromage.
but it's like a cannoli, like a really crunchy outside filled with like a almond custard inside.
Yeah.
It was freaking amazing. The guy gave me his business card. I'll put it in the vlogs, but Salty Mongoose. if
Wendy
you're in
Lou says,
Coral
John,
Bay.
could you get oysters there?
I got them.
You got some, but they were not Caribbean oysters.
I got oysters Rockefeller at Prime, and I got raw oysters at 1860.
But they were East Coast oysters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I think that covers the
No mature
highlights.
males?
There
Says
were lots
Trevor.
of mature females. Let's just say that. That was the highlights. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What do we get for $10?
Oh my God, Doodles. I love you. Okay, so
Tom Peter Bailey, I would grow dreadlocks and sell pizza as long as someone gave me a free slice of land.
that's another thing. The whole time I was there, I was thinking to myself that Doodles would be in hog. You belong there.
I know.
You totally belong there.
I know. I do.
You said almond custard and pronounced almond correctly, but I prefer the way you pronounce it.
Almond.
Nice. Now you can please say hi to the people. Oh, Deckers. It's a little late.
Oh yeah,
for
we
that.
didn't say hi.
There was
She's
too
right.
much going on.
Bravo to you. That's hilarious.
That's great. I wish I gotta get her.
It's like when I fell, you go, that's great.
That's a perfect segue into the next subject.
Oh, that's great. He's bleeding. It's great.
Oh shoot. Let's see.
Almond.
I can't stress enough the Jeep driving. If you go to St. John and you're not
Isn't
afraid.
that what other? Wait, I have a question for you.
I messed up the Jeep too, and I got an email. Well, I didn't mess up the Jeep. See,
Really?
I take that back. It wasn't me that messed up the Jeep. I turned in the Jeep that was already messed up.
Did you take pictures before?
Yes, and we have proof and video. Kelly took pictures and a video walk around of the Jeep. But I got an email as soon as we got home saying that there was an additional dent. I'm like, well, the seatbelt didn't work for a whole week. Tit for tat over here.
Did they agree?
I haven't gotten a call back.
Okay, so
But I will say this: their service over there was super awesome. They were friendly as hell.
What?
The Jeep was clean. It was
so
nice.
you rented a Jeep. What are your options for rental cars? Can you rent a minivan?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yep.
Can you rent?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Can you rent a Mustang convertible?
No.
What are your options for rentals?
It's all so. There was a minivan, and maybe they were local. There were 90% of the vehicles on the island are Jeeps, and they call them Skittles because it's a taste the rainbow of color.
Yeah.
You'll be driving down the road, and 40 Jeeps will pass you of 40 different colors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They call them Skittles, and no Kias. Yeah, there was Kias. There was definitely Kias, Steve.
What about
I saw several
mopeds,
brand
motorcycles?
I saw several brand new Broncos there. I saw.
Ooh, the new ones?
Yep. I saw motorcycles, not mopeds.
All right.
Pauletta, we may need to get Ada Gleckler and Perlman on the case.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie about that. Emails were sent, things that need to be discussed. Chip Minsky may need to take a flight.
Yeah. Did you see any Volkswagen buses?
No. For the most part, if you're in St. John and you're driving, you need to have you need to have four-wheel drive and great brakes.
And a winch, probably.
Let me just say this. The hills, it's a freaking absolute dream to drive in St. John if you enjoy that kind of thing. Because it's all switchbacks, hills, just going.
If you like to drive, then
That's right. I'm telling you, besides the scenery and the great times I had with my family and Stella and all that, the driving the Jeep was a very unexpected highlight of that.
So while we didn't say hi to everyone, we should say hi to Liz,
Yeah, the mother hen.
the mother hen. She says that someone wants to know, and it might be Tegan, if they offered life jackets at the swim-up bar.
Oh, the swim up bar. Oh, at the limeout?
Yeah.
No, but the excursion company we were with would not let you leave the boat without one of those wrap around the waist
Torso
floating.
deals.
Yeah.
But where the limeout bar was, it was definitely
It
deep,
was about
right?
no, it was about 8 foot. No, you could touch. I had
If you
flippers
went
on.
down and touched.
Well, I had flippers on and I could stand.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right. I got you.
But all around the bar, and I mean every 3 feet, there was like a metal bar that came down with a wooden
Yeah.
seat, so there was plenty of room. So
And Flamingo Pam, we want to say hi to you as well, lady. Our beloved moderators, Flamingo Pam,
always
Liz
trouble with the
Breen.
wench.
Thank you so much. We are not going to say hi to all you other group members, but we are going to say hi to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Another highlight was the Coconut Cove Villas, the view there. The beach, the snorkeling there, they said was really good, but I didn't get a chance to do that.
It
But
looks really rocky and stuff. where
the
you were.
beach was all brain coral. I've never seen a beach like that. It was
What does
all
that mean?
like the coral that kind of looks like a brain. It's like that big. They're like rocky.
So it's not like you're going to walk in barefoot.
No, but I did fly my drone there, and it was difficult to take off and land. But the Coconut Cove Villas were cool because they were right there in Cruise Bay, close to town and everything. And
Could you walk to town?
Yep, if you wanted, we didn't.
But you couldn't walk.
There was a cut through that you could take. That
You
was
couldn't
like
walk
10
to a
minute.
beach that was sandy to swim in, or no?
Yeah, if you walked into town, Cruise Bay has a whole stretch of beach.
Okay.
John, if you could touch bottom, so could Stella. Yeah, the problem is the swim from the catamaran to the bar was kind of far, but I made some good friends. I learned what a meat raffle was at Lime Bar.
Oh, a meat raffle?
Yeah.
Wait, does a meat raffle give you that?
No, but apparently it does everyone else from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
This guy, if this guy was from Wisconsin, and the other two people that were with us were from Minnesota, but both went to Wisconsin.
Oh, same difference.
Yeah, and we just sat there and just had a nice Midwestern chat, and it was fun.
Do
I
they
took some
consider
pictures
us
for 'em.
Midwestern?
No, I think we were kind of
Because we don't consider them really Midwest. They're like Canadian to us.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you're right. Yeah, I think they looked at us as like Southerners.
Or the Yankees.
Yeah, something. But yeah, you're right. A meat raffle is like when everybody pitches in money. You go to a bar, you bring meat with you, and I don't know, you win meat. They explained it. I probably got better footage.
See, that's way too Canadian and Northern for me.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
I mean, but the way they describe it,
It was
basically
normal?
What you do is you go to the bar. The meat raffle happens at the bar. So you go there and you drink about a 12-pack.
This doesn't happen in Michigan or Ohio. I'm just
no.
telling you
But
that right now.
It was fascinating. Cruising for Food says, I love meat. I'm in. But you go there and you get drunk and you might win some meat to take home.
I like all that, but yeah, I just never seen that before.
But
So.
it was fascinating hanging out with those people, hearing them talk. The guy was a Marine and we had a good conversation. But all right, so those were the highlights. Let me quick get to some of the lowlights. One of the biggest lowlights is that my brand new GoPro Hero 9 took a crap on day 3. I didn't lose any of the footage from it, but it died. Luckily, I paid for the protection plan, and they're sending me a new one. And also, luckily...
I wish
Get
I still
this.
had the laughing track because I would have
Oh, I
laughed.
still have that. Wait. No, you know what I have? I have this. Oh, it's not working. Dang it. This thing never works. But that's not what I was trying to do. But
I think
anyway.
we've covered up most of the bases.
So, luckily, the other thing is, my GoPro took a crap. But remember, I told you I sent my Osmo Action back for repair, and they wanted money.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not paying you money. They kept it for 3 months and sent it back to me repaired, free of charge.
Oh.
And I had a backup. So I didn't skip a beat there. But it does suck to lose a brand new Hero 9. I lost my phone.
Wait, so you lose the Hero 9? It can't be fixed?
Yeah, it I don't know what.
You don't get any warranty with this joint?
Yeah, no. I have the replacement package. So it'll cost me $50. They'll send me a new one.
Oh, there you go.
So no problem. And then the last low light of the trip, well, there's 2 more. One of them was you have this great vacation and you're hanging out. Flamingo Pam wants to know why he's anxious to get offline. We're not anxious to get offline, but we do know that Spiker's Crazy Adventures has a premiere starting right after this.
I'm not anxious, but it's 10:30 and I will be honest with y'all. I got a really early meeting tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and plus, to be fair, let's be honest here. You were texting me all day, and you just assumed there wasn't going to be a show because I wasn't responding.
No, but I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about my early morning meeting, which I usually don't have on Thursdays. But
Laura Gullo just donated a Hero 9 for a raffle. He obviously needs to go smoke.
Well, that's going to happen soon. Yes.
Send the car rental your broken camera, says Tom Beetle Bailey. Okay, so you have this great vacation, right? And, excuse me, and it's all over, right? And we had to come back, and once again,
I felt like you guys were gone forever.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But on the way back, they tell you need 4 hours. It's 11:15. The Spikers have their premiere, so you guys tune into that 11:15. But they say you want 3.5 hours to get to before takeoff or before boarding to arrive at the airport. Okay,
Those Caribbean airports.
yeah. So
They're like that.
we had to leave early. Our flight was at 2:00.
Double domestic airports.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
we left our place on the mountain at 9:00 for a 2:00 flight.
Yeah.
We I raced through with the Jeep. It was my last time to drive it. I was going so good and so fast that a local pulled over and let me pass. And that never happens. The locals are always passing you. But not this time. I actually had a local pull over so I could go. And I was like...
You felt good about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm St. John.
Yes.
I am St.
Yes.
John.
Yes, that's how I felt. I felt in tune with the landscape. Doodles joined the local Parcheesi club while John was away. He's late for their Wednesday night meeting. But
I'm late for the Stieging meeting. That's
Yeah.
what I'm late for.
so the vacation's over. We make it just in time. I drop the rental car off. They walk a circle with their little checklist and make sure there's nothing wrong with the car. Let's make sure that's documented on film for everyone to see. And they said, you're good to go. We'll talk to you later. And I said, thank you so much. I'll subscribe to your YouTube channel. And I will make sure to give you guys a positive review. Then,
They sent you an email and said,
No.
we have a dent,
Well,
senor.
we'll get to that some other time. Then you take the ferry over, right? And I was all excited because I was still filming at the time. I stick my GoPro or my action cam on the front of the ferry, and it's like filming the trip back to St. Thomas. And one of the staff members comes along and sits down right in front of the damn thing. I'm like, you son of a pup. But anyway, we get over there to St. Thomas, and it's time to catch the cab. And we walk up to the guy. He's like, you need a cab? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, you go with them. And it was a big van, nice van, right? But for whatever reason, the lady who he assigned us to was not happy at all about whatever it was that he told her she had to do. There was us and then another couple that she had to take to the airport. And she was cussing and screaming and flailing around and making all kinds of noise.
This is on St. Thomas. though.
Yes.
From the boat, the
From
ferry
the ferry.
dock?
Yep.
Oh,
and
right.
she was not happy, right? So she goes, get in the van. It's open, right? So we try to get in the van. The doors are locked. Can't get in. So then she does some stuff. She's complaining to her supervisor about the dude behind us. And then she comes around. She's like, I told you to get in the van. It's unlocked. Get in the van. And then she opens the door or tries to open the door. She's like, oh, my bad. But then continues to keep yelling at us, right? So then we get in the van. This is a little rooster's rant here. Here, as a matter of fact.
That's what Trevor says.
Oh, well, I think Trevor was absolutely right. She was the aunt of Buck Cherry. But, so we...
Paul Edis says, Liz was driving cabs there?
Oh, my God. Where is it? Where is it? Right here.
Super awesome comment.
So we get in the van. And we're driving through town in this, you know, it's just five of us.
She's just on fire.
She's
upset.
mad and she's murmuring under her breath. She calls someone on the phone. She's blah, 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 screaming. And then all of a sudden she starts coughing uncontrollably. Now, mind you, the whole trip, I have to say, everyone who went there had to test negative, and we felt safe and the protocols were in place. There was no playing around with the mask policy. If you didn't have a mask, you were asked to leave.
Yeah.
There was no messing around. But on that cab, this lady didn't want to wear a mask, and based on her attitude, nobody was saying, "Hey, listen here, put your freaking mask on." Then she starts freaking coughing, and she goes, "Sorry, I'm not sick. It's just every time we get up on top of this hill, the pollen gets to me." She coughs for 25 minutes straight in this van. And we're like, what the frick is going on? Well, we get off, and that's when I went to the cab thing, and he goes, yeah, she smokes weed nonstop. She can't stop coughing. But,
and then you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it made me feel much better. But the fact of the matter was, she was just really rude the whole trip. And then we pull into the airport and she goes, we would just like to thank you for riding with us. And we just want you to be safe and God bless you. It's like,
oh, that, my friend. My friend.
That was the only time she was fishing for that tip.
I don't like when they bring the Lord into that
But
stuff.
you know what?
I don't.
If that would have been any other cab driver, I would have given her probably a $20 tip.
Yeah. Right.
I gave her $5
Yeah, I don't blame you.
based on her attitude and everything else.
I don't blame you.
It was the worst cab drive I've ever had.
I don't blame you.
Now,
What do you get for $5?
you get that cab driver. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the airport in St. Thomas.
Well, you had a beer there, so it couldn't have been too bad.
Had 4.
Oh!
No, 5.
I know why.
I have 5.
Because, here's my theory. Tell me if I'm wrong before you comment on this. So when I saw the picture that you sent me, you're in the airport, right? Is it one of those deals where I succumb to this? That I don't want my vacation to end and I want to have a few beers and that's it.
Maybe that was part of it, but mostly it is when I get on a plane,
Yeah.
I just want to sleep.
Oh. It had nothing to do with that?
Well, I mean, no, it did. I had a couple more, my couple last, that cup I gave you, the St.
Yeah.
John's Brewery.
Yeah.
I had a couple more of those and a couple Red Stripes.
So I got to wash this?
Not in that. No, I
Oh.
bought that at the brewery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, so here's what happened to us.
Did you drink on the plane?
The cab driver also runs the restaurant at the Margaritaville Resort, says Sharon at Sea Travel. Yes, it sounds about right. So we get to the airport, and if you're flying American, this is just a ship show. John drinks until he's blackout drunk before he flies. No, but if you fly American, just be warned. There's only one desk for American at the St. Thomas Airport.
I don't think I've ever flown American Airlines anywhere.
Well, we flew in on American, but we flew out on Delta. Delta's their main airport or their main, and so there was like
Delta's
6 or
dope.
7 desks for that. But when we got there, they tell you to be there freaking 4 hours early. What they don't tell you is that they don't open until like 11:30. So people were just sitting there in line for an hour and a half.
Outside.
Yeah, in the hot, waiting to get in. Well, we didn't know this even at the time. And they've got those self-check-in areas. Well, Kelly already had our boarding passes, right? So I asked a lady, I said, where do we go to check our bags? Not knowing that the process is you have to go through their thing first, get the stickers, then you go through here.
No sky cap.
No. So we go all the way through customs. We get through customs. They ask us the questions. It was fine. Then we go through the checked baggage security. Go to run our bags through. We waited in this long ass line to get through that. And as we're loading our bags onto
How many beers have you had at this point?
None. 0.
Oh.
None.
None yet?
When I woke up, I celebrated our vacation with the Norwalk.
Yeah, I
at
saw
the
that.
house.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean at the airport.
No.
At this point you haven't had anything.
We hadn't even made
Okay.
it to our gate yet.
All right.
We get there, and I go through the
Spirit.
customs. Then we go through.
I think you're rolling your dice with Spirit.
Yeah, no. So then we go to you go through customs, then you run your bags through a security x-ray machine, then you take your bags to where you check them onto the plane. So we get to that part, and I'm loading my stuff on. I'm like, how do they know where my bag's going? Like, I'm just loading it up. How do they know where the heck I'm going? Jamie is wondering what the parking garage is like.
Very discreet.
There is no parking garage. You could have done it anywhere. But I'm loading my stuff on, and the guy's like, where's your tickets? I'm like, what do you mean, where's my tickets? That's what I was wondering. How are you going to know where my luggage is? He's like, you got to go back to the ticketing booth. I asked the lady where I checked my freaking bags, and she told me to go there. So we had to go through the whole process again. Luckily, the lovely lady at customs said, oh, okay, just go through. Don't worry about it, honey. And she let us through the second time around, but we still had to go through security again and do all the thing. And then we had to go through the actual real security. And no, we didn't have TSA pre-check Michelle M, even though I have it, because as hard as I try, I can never get Miss Kelly to make that part of the reservation when we're doing our plane tickets.
Spikers and Crazy Cruising for Food. Spirit usually they are a low-cost
She called me sugar, actually,
but
Trevor.
once you factor in, if you don't have to check bags, and you're gonna go and fly that way, you're good to go. If you have to check bags and multiple bags, you're almost paying as much as like the normal carriers.
I agree, 100%. But to be perfectly honest with you, having TSA pre wouldn't have made a difference.
Not for the low cost carriers.
Well, no, I'm just saying because the whole process, if you have a checked bag, you have to go through that whole gamut to get there. There was no cavity search, Steve, but I was a little nervous once they pulled out that bag of rice with my cell phone.
I have a story about a cavity search. Might save it.
Do tell.
I think I'm going to save it.
Okay. There's a joke there, too. But, okay, so really, truly, that was the biggest. And yes, some might say that because it was my last day of vacation, I was salty. Maybe. But that airport sucks. Kelly said I was being dramatic.
No.
The St. John airport is great to fly into. It's terrible to fly out of.
Most of those, okay, I would separate
St. Thomas, not
San
St.
Juan Airport because it's a major global airport.
Yeah.
Anything that I've flown in and out of in the Caribbean, so besides San Juan, so I'm talking St. Martin, St. Thomas, or like what do you call it, Grand Cayman.
Yeah,
you're gonna run into problems, dude. You're gonna walk out. I mean, you're talking about walking up an escalator to the airport to the plane. Like it's those kind of. They're not major airports.
Wait, no. So that's true. We debarked the plane outside and we embarked the plane outside. There was no sky bridge.
So they don't have the infrastructure
but
that.
Once you got to the gate, it was fine.
Yeah, but inside the airport waiting for your flight, was there just hundreds of people just
No,
it wasn't bad?
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Oh, okay.
Once we got through all the security stuff, then we went to a place and I had local, they called it the seafood entree. But it was basically like curry rice with local fish. And Kelly said, "What's the fish?"
Oh, I like that.
She goes, "It's seafood." She goes, "No, what type of fish is it?" "Seafood." Like,
oh, Nautical Nurse Nancy. So yes, I was just recently at the Fort Myers airport, and yeah, it's a problem. It's also being renovated. So yeah, if you're stuck there for some flights, it sucks.
Well, Decker's on tour. She said she Googled flights to St. John from Darwin. You can't fly into St. John.
No.
But
Sydney to Singapore,
you can fly into St.
LAX,
Thomas.
New York.
Why would you go that route?
You got to be able to do LA to San Juan. Then
yeah. Kevin Count says flying out of St. Martin sucked. Barbados was okay. I talked to
I'm surprised.
I talked to a gentleman
totally suck
on the ferry back who actually was from St. Croix, who was just there visiting, and he said that the St. Croix airport is way better. Like he was totally dreading.
Oh, I bet.
Let's see. He says Bahamas airport is actually really nice for a Caribbean airport. Same door for all three gates. St. Thomas has several languages spoken. Yeah, there's several languages.
Bye, Doodles. John needs more driving and yelling. I'm ready to go. I just gotta say it.
No, I think I covered.
I love y'all. I got something to do in the morning, and it's really stressing me out.
And I got vlogs to work on, right? Like nobody's watching our live stream to find out what to do in St. John. But I will tell you this: I have plans to like do full-on tours, voiceover type stuff. I film stuff so that I can like do those videos, like top 10 things to do in St. John, with the jazz music and like gimbal footage, like
with
going
John
through the door. One last thing I'll tell you, and hopefully this shot comes out. Like we're coming through, like we get to this awesome house up there on top of the mountain, and I've got my gimbal and I'm walking around, and I'm like, all right, honey, pretend like the door is magically opening, right? So I'm walking up to the door, and all of a sudden the door goes, and I just walk through. She's holding it. and
Oh,
hiding behind the door.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I'm going to start the vlogs right away, and I just want to say thank you to the Coop for following along with the vacation. I really enjoyed sharing the posts and seeing everybody's comments about, whatever it was that happened. You guys latched on to the stuff that I always thought was funny.
I would love to talk about, like, next week maybe, about your fiasco with the neighbors and cigar smoking.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
I would love to talk about that.
It was Karen. There was a total Karen.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Can we maybe animate it with, like...
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can smell that.
I was sitting outside, like, kiss my butt. TXP Doodles is like, bro, I told you I have to go. Now let's go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stick around for a little while, chat in the comments here, and go watch the Spackers. Spackers Crazy Adventures. They have a premiere coming up.
Love it.
Everybody's saying get the vlogs out. Thanks for watching, guys. May the force be with you.
Peace out with your crease.
How can you pack for Nassau? That's right, Steven Z. Did anybody watch the live packing video I did?
I did. You forgot your belt.
No, I didn't. I packed 2.
Yeah, but everyone claimed
I
you
forgot I packed them. That's all. Good night, guys. Hey, wait, should we end the video with the farm? No. I'll just post the farm video on YouTube in the morning. Good night, guys.
Yeah, that was good.